Welcome to your practice. This is day 3 of the 30-day challenge, and I'm going to be guiding you through a 20-minute flow. If you're feeling any soreness from the past 2 days, no worries, that's completely normal. We will incorporate a little bit more stretching into this class today so that we can leave feeling really good in our bodies. Let's get started in child's pose. Let your forehead nestle into the earth. And start to cultivate a slower, deeper breath. Ask yourself, what do I need in this moment? What do I need from this practice? Deep breath in through the nose. Slow, big breath out of the nose. Walk your hands to the right and place your left hand on top of your right hand. So you get a full body, side body stretch in the left side. So if you don't feel it, bring your hands a little bit more to the right. Walk your hands back to center and all the way to the left. Stretching all the way down the right side body. Big breaths. Come back to center. Make your way into tabletop. So we're on the hands and knees. Round your spine for cat. Stay in cat and take little side bends here. Right hip to right shoulder, left hip to left shoulder. Really let your head drop down so you're stretching the back of the neck. And come into cow pose by dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Keep your toes tucked, or tuck them if they're not already tucked. Round your spine for cat and lift your knees an inch off the ground. Bring your right knee to your right upper arm. Bring it back down. Left knee to left upper arm. Keep your right knee just an inch off the ground. Left foot back. Let's do it again. Right knee to right upper arm. Left knee is still hovering really low. And then bring the right knee back. Left knee to left upper arm. Hold. Bring it back. One more time for good measure. Right knee forward. Bring it back to bear. Left knee forward. Bring it back to bear pose. Keep holding here. Knees just hovering in bear. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Shake out your head. Pedal out the legs. Whatever you need to do. Walk your feet slowly up to your hands when you feel ready. Lift up halfway and fold forward. Lift up halfway. Keep your left fingertips on the ground. Bend your left knee and twist open to the right. So reach your right arm all the way up. You should feel a stretch all the way down your outer right leg. From the ankle all the way up to the hip, potentially. Get a little taller with your right arm and bring the right hand down. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, reach your left arm up. Spread the toes, you're pressing down into all 10 toes. Inhale. Exhale, put your hand back down onto the ground and fold. And inhale, stand, reach your arms all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart and your arms down by your sides. Interlace your hands behind you and open up the heart, open up the chest, and take your feet as wide as the mat. Inhale, open the chest again. Exhale, fold forward. Slight bend of the knees. so you can shift your weight a little further forward. Option to twist to the right by bending your left knee just like we did before in our fold. You're opening your right shoulder to the right side. And switch, bend your right knee, twist to your left. Come back to center, release your hands down to the ground. Keep your fingertips on the ground, bend your knees. You're not coming all the way into Malasana, but you are in a squat. So you can really activating the glutes here. Reach your arms straight out in front of you. Option to lift your heels up and set your heels back down. Do that 2 more times. Lift your heels. Lower them down. Once more, lift. Lower. Bring your hands to your heart. Stand all the way up and reach your arms all the way up to the sky. And then come back down through your squat. So hands to heart. Start to bend your knees. Sit low and then pause just where you were, just right before. Reach your arms straight out. Breathe. Forward fold. Bring your feet to hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right leg all the way back into low lunge. Set your back knee down on the ground. Reach your arms up. Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Exhale, half splits with arms floating. So take your arms into airplane back behind you as you flex your left foot and shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Reach your arms up. Exhale, shift back into half splits. Inhale, shift forward. One more time, shift it back. And shift forward, Anjaneyasana. Grab onto your right wrist, take a side bend to the left. Squeeze the hips towards each other so there's a little bit of a lift through the core and the torso. Reach the arms back up. Inhale. Exhale. Release your hands down. Lift your back knee. Step back to plank. Lower all the way down to the ground. Let's take 10 seconds to do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up for cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Lift your right leg all the way up. Inhale. Right knee to right upper arm. Hold. Then bring the knee down to the right wrist. Then slide it over to the left wrist. And up to the left upper arm. And over to the right like you're making a square. One more time. Down to the right wrist. Left wrist. Upper arm. Right upper arm. 3-legged dog. Inhale. Step your foot between your hands. Exhale. Plant down through your left hand. Reach your right arm up. Twist. Take 3 big circles with your right arm. And you were starting by going back around. So your arm is going, I guess, clockwise. And the next time the arm is all the way up, keep it there. Inhale. Exhale. Put your hand down to the ground. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold right back down to the ground. Inhale, half lift. Left leg steps all the way back. Set the knee down. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, half splits, floating arms if you can. Inhale, shift forward. Arms up. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward, arms up. Once more. Exhale, go back. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. Take a side bend to the right. Rise back up, reach your arms up. Inhale, hands down to the ground. Lift your back knee, step back to plank. We'll take 10 seconds to lower to the ground through chaturanga. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Lift your left leg up. Bring your left knee to your left upper arm. Slide it down to the left wrist. Bring it over to the right wrist. Right armpit. Left armpit. Left wrist, bring it down. Right wrist. Right armpit. Left armpit. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Keep the right hand down, sweep the left arm up. Big circles. Okay, so now it seems that we're going counterclockwise since we're facing the left. Next time the arm is up, keep it there. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Step to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Arms down by your sides. Inhale, reach the arms up. Cactus the arms, back bend. Take a couple breaths here. So slight bend of the knees, squeeze your shoulders back. Your arms are in goalposts, not a W. So you want to make sure that the elbows are in line with the shoulders and not lower. Inhale, reach the arms up, come upright. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop back to chaturanga. Hold chaturanga. Lift your right foot up. Set it down. Lift your left foot up. Set it down. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Lift your right leg up. Inhale. Step your foot outside of your right hand on your exhale. So we're in lizard. Set your back knee down, untuck your toes. Option to put your forearms down. Take 3 deep breaths. Rise back up onto your hands. Lift your back knee and walk your hands to the left side of the mat. So all of your toes are facing the left side. Lengthen your spine and then fold forward. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Once more, inhale. Exhale, fold. Maybe you walk your hands back behind you. Crawl your fingertips far back behind you. Press into the outer edges of your feet and lift through your glutes. Deep breaths. And bring your hands under your shoulders and lift up halfway. Bend your left knee into a side lunge and take your arms out wide into airplane, or more like a T shape, arms out wide. Now bring your hands to your heart so your hands are off of the ground. Can you switch to bend your right knee? And again, take your arms out wide into a T shape. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Bring your hands back to your heart and then hands to the ground. Turn and face the front of the mat. Plant down with your left hand and lift your right arm up. Roll onto the outer edges of both feet and step back into Side plank, right foot on top of left foot. If you can, lift your right leg up. And then set your right toes behind you for a wild thing. Listen carefully, we're sitting all the way down and facing the back of the mat. This should take you right into a shape where your right knee is bent and your left leg is long. Good. Now, reach for your left foot and fold, and here you can really round your back as you hug your right knee into your upper arm. Slowly rise back up. Plant your left hand behind you, come back into a wild thing. Lift your right leg up if you can for side plank with right leg lifted. Keep your right leg lifted, come into one-legged plank. Lower down halfway for chaturanga. Both feet down for upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg all the way up. Step your left foot outside of your left hand. Set your back knee down, untuck your toes. Come on down onto your forearms and take 3 deep breaths. Come back onto your hands. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee, walk your hands to the right for a wide-legged fold again. Lengthen your spine, fold forward, grab onto the outer ankles. Spread your shoulder blades apart, spread your elbows apart. Come onto your hands, lift up halfway. Bend your right knee into a side lunge. This time, if you want to come all the way down into Skandasana, you can, if your body likes to do that. Not everybody's does. Hands to heart. Right toes or left toes point up. And switch sides. Bend into the left knee. Right leg is straight, hands to heart. Turn and face the front of the mat for low lunge. Plant down through your right hand, lift your left arm up, and roll onto the outer edges of both feet for funky lizard. Step back into side plank. If you can, lift your left leg up and set your left toes behind you for wild thing as your chest opens to the ceiling. And we'll sit all the way down, face the back of the mat. Reach for the right foot and fold forward. Hug your left knee in towards your body. Sage pose, Martyasana. Slowly rise up. Plant your right hand behind you. Come back through wild thing. Come into side plank. Maybe your left leg is lifted. If your left leg is lifted, come into a one-legged plank. Otherwise, you can come into a regular plank. Lower down halfway. Up dog. And down dog. Set your knees down on the ground. Take your legs straight out in front of you to sit all the way down. Bring your hands behind you. Take your feet as wide as your mat. And windshield wiper your legs side to side. And if there's any spots that feel good to stretch, if you want to stay for a moment and stretch there, then you can. Just take your time, rocking side to side. And bring your knees back to center. Extend your legs straight out in front of you with a slight bend to the knees as you sit tall. Reach your arms forward for your feet. Lengthen your spine and fold over your legs. Paschimottanasana. Slow the breath. And ask yourself again, what do I need right now? And slowly rise on up. That is it for our practice today. So let's end our practice with our palms together in front of our heart. And we'll bow in gratitude for this practice. Thank you. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.